Pani, yen ye twa betting no betting bi. Ye twa omo tie. Na sise na be ka tie se mo introduce na mo anti obi ani ade. Sa asem no okọ kan no. Even though there have been other explanations near ade. Munche mu pa ni say.
Medi say I no from more baby because your betting tax once I order tax about parliament now you pass it there whether you implemented the law or not no rano or near the kind but automatically kwame
Me to say papa
no crane sanity rano no number 2 now also your betting and casinos near there
lotteries ne
nkete bi a mo bɔ premiership num ne ade ankrofo twitwa amo bets ne ade no me gidi se eno na mrantie no e ka ho asem no ne di kan e wo ho ye 10% withholding tax on gaming what you say do na friend of betting tax I know you 10% withholding tax and betting on winnings, and then I know all parties I don't know why implement it. But Metier, what's the name? Deputy GRA boss for domestic tax, Ora Jamra, and so some explanation. Me did say I was seeing you back to a common ground and consensus on what the meaning of those tax policies or those 2 tax handles. One, on the 10% withholding tax, a comma gaming companies, and then the little ones that you're free or more to bet. Yes, there's an issue, and we'll delve into it. You better explain it in the position, but this is a communication. And yes, I mean, I don't speak for him, but me did say there was some communication gap or Chinano or some trouble for now. You handle it carefully and reasonably. Inti me did say mepa mebruno chow or China or betche mu yesibi ano hatre. The issue between the betting tax and now withholding 10% withholding tax on gaming or betting. China, pacho.
Okay. You better try sa press conference no. Na ya share said ye besi ako. Na fe yetimi atinsem no ase we leave that one there. Nyame de ochina chain ya. Na fe yakwa kotie no ye. Na se ura budget no enso emu a. Taxes e-levy na ye bobo so sesi a se
mame wow.
Okay.
Mame. Nedi kai aban say oyi 1.1% e-levy na free.
Of course.
Adepa ebeboa. Aban say oyi 1% withholding tax on gold export for small scale miners. And emission tax. And also VAT on motor insurance. My both for amount boy. Okay, in the end started E11. E11 over na issue a tax a day in Sensembe by the actual day near the about parliament. But they are not buying person or yen say Obebuama Ghana your revenue across the Sebay a bit Benya Sikadi Aye Puntu Juma and Kofa consensus and ma into President Mahama say about between Osha NPP manifesto mukra yakra near proposal say Yamiya Adumna Kamoto Abama between. It is a buyer by now or year free. We support it because it was also in our view say it be year free. Near Tosumino 1.5% on withholding tax for small scale miners. Me didn't say na 3% and about I think say 1.5% MPP the bar form. Now Niamisro ne say only industry players kasa kumase na wo one way a bit promote a friend is smuggling. One way a promote smuggling so they needed revenue for the mineral sector, no, one way awunya. Near Tosomi and Sire, VAT on motor insurance. A honor, and also it's about the VAT on life insurance policy. A honor there has to be clarity there. Near Toso 9, the extension of special import tax. What trim? Almost 2028. When but the campaign. The Tosu Num, the COVID-19 levy, also be ye free. Ye shenim. The Tosu Sia, VAT export withholding tax on exporters. Special export tax now. Ye digital consolidated tax mo. Fund, your friend is from 6% to 4%. Minkita budget no, and I'm unable to give you the right rendition. Also, input-output tax now, so VAT, a consolidated farm. Yeah, my minimum 24 more KJTR, Asafu, Doom, Omo importing near my backroom. Omo input and output VAT now. Or free 6% to 4%. Now they're saving 3.8 billion cedis. I don't know, they filling in gap for e-levy, so taxes here, Mabo Boss or Sue Trewing. Yeah, everyone about to say, whom should I say? Me make a funny man, say, be okay, and say, the input output calculations or no bayano. Scanny wa would be chiano and our tax refund there also nyano. Ebebano wa and the money we are. I know I saw to near manum de a pass it on cost na ma wa over babeto adiana consumer. So they canon. So the consumers will bear the brand, ebema inflate near ma cost ro, ebema inflation so I increase it. But what you say?
Me say.
And cost of living. Obia paho high or my mu. I know na NDC jina so kese ye ho kire yen yentimi nto gas, yentimi nto petrol, yentimi nto nsuo, electricity wire den, accommodate yen. I know na campaign kese pa. Now ko budget duma. You're a finance minister. I say gas will be cost from $7 to about close to $9.
Yeah.
I say quarterly reviews are PURC. That will increase the cost of gas, increase the cost of electricity, increase the cost of insurance and other utilities. Into cost of living now also man about from no. Nipa no nya regime koto abama no first budget. Also they should expect the quarterly review of these utilities, through the announcement by PURC. Our fixing gas prices from $7 to $9, almost $9, 8.45 or 8.55 dollars. Now PURC within the next quarter, no, may increase in so may increase electricity petrol ebe kosro. Now our higher President Mahama ne atu force in the NDC a promise here those are major issues. You be interrogate your china our news conference. Now Osha other Nema there was sanitary parts, my allocation, my textbooks, primary 1 to primary 6. In Kuala 800,000. Now, sir, also, why is our allocation here? Are you talking about only primary 1 kids or the entire stream? Into the OER numbers now, Number 2, also, why allocation of 51.3 million Ghana cedis? Minkita budget, Minnesota was soft copy that when Minkita be to say. for the setting up of Women's Development Bank. Pacho Kwame
I'm happy meet you.
say set up Women's Development Bank. Oko Jom Kajetia Asafo. Oko Bantima Jom. Oko a friend said Bekwai Jom Boise. Eko Kachre Master over here bank.
Yeah.
Ama much mania Bosia in Sihunu wa form. Ama muwa he ha amu edija. Ntimi maami odo wa beka Jom. Obeka choso NDC for say eba say ni eba be you. And now Minister Mrame kanche ya. Or say or the fee or allocate you and yes or macro allocation why 51.3.
Yeah, 51.3 million.
Now cost in apia ba. Mami or turn near my 2 near my cost she tamales stream num near the no. Or bet mama 51.3 million no. At the Accra near my moenya and faso. Into asema ma Ghana busan say. Microfinance and Obaba and access savings and loans. Because Oko Bank of Ghana, Omoma license, they set our banks. Minimum capital requirement for setting up of a bank, 400 million cedis. Check it.
That's 51.3 million, insignificant crowd.
Crack. Sir, you know when this is for, Ghana for Sumi or Mode. And if you ha any can semina your banner do implementation na koya charebo. 51.3 at the bank.
How about if it is going to be for a start?
Now
If you are afraid you put your structures near
me say minimum capital requirement. Bank of Ghana na set say open so your banker. Sika also the twice here the share say 51.3 million.
400 million.
400 million Ghana cedis.
Yes.
And now we here to set up a bank. In this abundance of a Women Development Bank. Now say or say 51.3 no they twice here. Now when you hear more say a bon chrono. Near Tosunum abundance me campaign. Oh, you will be big push. Big push. About to pay 10 billion, about setting up $10 billion for the big push. Big push, you know, and you're at the force and say, big push, you know, 13.65 billion.
13.85 billion.
Make I figures make a card.
Yeah, I understand. Off idea.
But I heard him and I listened to him carefully.
Yeah.
Meaning so also allocated 13 point something billion. Oh, your numbers now less than 800 million, my boy.
Say.
Now 800 million times 4, doesn't amount to the 10 billion.
In
ya dada ya can say me asuma yede. And
that will be 32 billion.
And man who baby my my friend see Anna who be no busa.
That's
make my feeling
in. All in all, no. Okay, what do you what boss were you? But yeah, ebio. Were you surprised you didn't hear about I think you talked about free senior high allocation, or they call free senior high. Well, 3.5 billion.
You know, was about 400 million plus thereabout. We'll check your data now. Now, I can show free senior high school, or say, or the CAPIC get fund. Now, Wama free senior high school allocation of 400 million. Kwame, o de uni ma dear pa. Kohe get fund mrano. Get fund mrano. Yes, you de infrastructure. School are dying near market.
Of course.
Ebe school. Intina NPP are buying young free senior high school budget to know anchor get fund. Yeah, and it said funding for free senior high school no near free annual budget funding account. ABF, you know. And no one they fund free senior high school because all the expenditure lines under free senior high school no, Therefore, goods and services. What you say? Goods and services. Tuition, nominating, goods and services. The by infrastructure there, and into the year get fund law. So by year, bet me the Abua school at Dancy. Minister for Education, Honorable Haruna Idris, or say schools under trees, 5,000. Disheartening. So be call Santimem Ghana baby na be hu sem kwalate dan sebe tan ase esua de emwa anwasua enti nanka me feel say sibia ye hye a yesi more than 1,000 schools rehabilitation STEM schools ni ade no abambe focus na sika e wo ho no under get fund or the atuasa programs no so near to eliminate a lot of the schools under trees. Pacho what you say?
Yeah.
Now so get fund or no yebe the capino. Na what venyeska at their complete schools no. Also on capina what the science can akoye free senior high school. Sa na oka about GMPC on cap National Health Insurance near there. So we wait to see and drill down near my Bible or Parliament, Kwame.
People were asking, saying that can be on better about the inclusion of the private schools as was promised to the free senior high.
Oh, there, sir, I've grown up in the private school, Yanti Omunka, Accra Kumasi Road, dualization, Yanti Huasem.
Talking about Project Krano. Finance Minister say it will take 12 years to complete 55 stalled projects. These financial challenges have led to the suspension. And now Oshe said the Niema AC Airqua. I say the debt.
Because sir, what is the statutory day we have to say all the Berane office of the president. Now I appointed presidential staffers, so many with their conditions of service. Your priorities are not for the completion of those projects. Say Agenda 111. 1 year allocation, man, until once more budget. So, by how may you Cotre de go for Chrome into a betraho as Mama, all these projects are a white elephant project because at first and say it will take us 12 years. Yenti Ghana Hana, President Kufuor, Dr. Anane, no time. Accra Kumasi dualization. Starting from Circle to Nsawam, Yetuasu Biemi, Kwafu Chrome to Apedra bypass. And then NPP Asa Shashe from Bunsu through the bypasses, Ebefa and Kokoa President Kufuor. 8 years at 90 Oman from Monsanka, a kilometer. Because NPP we need from Accra, Sekla, Kosi, Techiman, Eko. 8 years. Into me, say, I'm very serious about the completion of the Accra Kumasi dualization.
But honorable, my reason, or say the debt restructuring process and now creating a heavy financial burden, even about 3 billion in undisbursed loans and approximately $300 million in unpaid bills and outstanding interim payment certificates. It just say okay pieces no wasem. It just say debt restructuring na no. I can't be. Enti na ama say baby omu ginai. Omuntumi nko those projects no.
You, sir, yes, you cut your coat according to your cloth, and you set your priorities right. Major cities, Accra, Kumasi, after 68 years, there's a program for the dualization. Yes, Ejitum say a check. Now, so there's a program. But to ensure, say, these two cities are connected, no, there has to be some dedicated funds to complete those projects. Yeah, but, you know, Momu schools are not a get fund. The Busa, Dr. Dutum, former education minister, levels are the core, and Dr. Boadu get fund administrator. On the more statistics and data and the plan the complete you so schools no. Because Ghana for there into say Accra Kumasi Road within the next 4 years, you any dedicated fund or program I be complete here. Then it means say you can say
me so me interchange years Stoliana.
so I'm interchange. You discover free IFC for install it.
Baba so me interchange. The last time na mini penibi or a member of this government aiding Komo, also there's no dedicated funding for the interchange.
Oh how?
That was what I was told.
Upper Parliament it made me a resolution pass here for Afri-Exim SICAF to support that project.
I was told that money was diverted to a different thing.
Oh, it's not that and then
Okay. Well, you better try na yashe. Honorable one here. Me are grateful bibi ani a yebeba.
But your meche busu afo nyina nyambo afia da.
Mate.